Welcome to another episode of Simply Put, a podcast where we talk about the news that interests us this week. And my name, of course, is Micki Angeles.
And this is Fred Neonez. So in the meantime, in between time, let's get this podcast started.
All right, it started off. Let's talk about the Korean actress Kim Song-hyun, also known as Claudia Kim, has just recently joined the cast of Joss Whedon's superhero sequel, The Avengers Age of Ultron. The actress attended the premiere for Captain America Winter Soldier last week and confirmed a slight spoiler about her mystery character. Quote unquote, "I am a doctor scientist who is friends with Tony Stark," told Screen Slam, "but I can't give you any more information. My lips are sealed for now. It's very secretive."
So I have a few theories on who she might play, man.
Let's go. Let's hear them.
I think since she is a friend or scientist friend of Tony Stark, she could possibly help perfect Tony Stark's Extremis from Iron Man 3.
All right. So what's her title? What do you think? What's her character name?
Many people believe that she'll play Su Yin, a scientist that tried to help Tony with his deteriorating nervous system in the comics.
Oh, is that when she came and she gave him some power ability? They gave him the Technopath.
Yes.
So basically, not only can he control his armor, but he can kind of control any form of technology.
Yeah. And we see that in Extremis and in like other comic book storylines.
Well, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, and not just for her character, but just giving Iron Man that kind of ability.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to be facing two of the probably strongest villains that the Avengers ever faced.
Yes.
So Avengers 2, we got, Ultron.
And Baron von Strucker.
Oh, my goodness. After reading more about Baron von Strucker.
Interesting and complex character, right? I'm
so interested.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I wasn't invited. We weren't invited to the Captain America screening.
I know, right?
But I did read the spoilers for the end credit scenes, both of them.
Yeah. Me too.
And the Baron von Strucker is, I don't know. I just feel like he is definitely a character that's going to be going through the Avengers movies and just causing havoc. But the thing is, so he's the head of Hydra, right?
Yeah, he becomes the head after
Red Skull leaves or disappears.
Yeah.
But so back on the Claudia Kim casting. She giving Iron Man those technopath powers. This is just speculation. Yeah. Not sure it's confirmed, but that's what it's leading to. It'll help, battle these tough opponents. Yeah. Ultron in the Avengers 2, and supposedly, obviously, Thanos in Avengers 3.
Yeah, and due to what we saw in Avengers and Iron Man 3, like in Avengers, Cap saying to Tony, "You're just a man in a suit." And in part 3, you see him becoming less reliant on the suit because he believes he is Iron Man now. So this is the only way to progress his character as a superhero.
Yeah, so they basically are one. And in the comic books, that really helped them out a lot.
Yeah.
And they definitely need more firepower, especially when we're not really sure what they're doing with the other characters like Doctor Strange or Black Panther. How powerful is Scott Lang really going to be as Ant-Man?
Oh yeah, word.
They're battling these cosmic people, so we're not really sure.
I'm sorry, but we don't even know if he could grow in Ant-Man.
That is very true. We don't know if he's going to be Ant-Man, Giant Man. So, do I buy the casting? Great. Yeah. It's a great news to hear. Not only that this character could help progress the story, but also, she's not that bad looking either.
I agree.
So in other news, there's been a press release from Machinima that states that in partnership with the producer Jacqueline Quella and director John Ansa, the Street Fighter Assassin's Fist will debut in its entirety in the Machinima YouTube channel.
I can't wait for that, man.
It's the #1 global video entertainment network for young males. I don't know why they have to say young nails. But anyways, the exact air date will be announced soon. See, I don't know that much about this. Like, I know I saw the YouTube clip with Ryu fighting Ken.
They said that they took extreme detail in showing how they fought in the game and translating it onto the screen. So
yeah, that clip was really good.
So
it was
like
a 5-minute
for fans,
clip.
It's gonna give them hope that more video game adaptations are being taken seriously.
Definitely.
And-
like we talked off here, you said, Machina is the place where the Mortal Kombat Legacy series was.
And they also did Halo Onto Dawn, Forward Onto Dawn.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so they're doing a very good job of adapting video games, and hopefully maybe an Arkham Origins adaptation.
Maybe.
That'd be very good.
Well, the Arkham Knight's the last one, so maybe they might start doing these quote unquote live action web series. But the only issue is with the Legacy with Mortal Kombat, the issue I had with that was that each episode was like an origin story.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't like just a mini origin story and then continuing the sole story of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope that the Street Fighter web series goes a little bit more further into depth into the actual story rather than just giving us regular origin stories.
From what I heard and read, that they said that they're going to establish where they are, like origin-wise, where they have been in the present games and their future legacy. So they're going to try to really stick to, I guess, the material and spirit of the character for this series. So this is going to be very exciting. It's going to be good.
Well, it's going to be great news. I can't wait. I'm always now this is a thing. Like, is this going to be? I feel this should air soon because once I know it's a different platform, but once these Marvel quote unquote episodes show up on Netflix, it's going to be kind of hard to just keep up with something like that, especially since
take over the game.
Exactly, and if it's coming up within next Comic-Con, it should be fine. But I don't know. I rather it would. I have Netflix. Most people, I believe, in this fandom will have Netflix. So I don't know if that's going to hurt or help, but hopefully, it's something that's good because I am a Street Fighter. I never was a good player.
Yeah,
but
me too.
I always admired those who could play.
Yeah, me too.
Reporting from Bleeding Cool News. As a footnote to some gossip about her personal life, the New York Daily News have lodged a claim that Halle Berry has been almost entirely cut from the X-Men picture Days of Future Past. But there has been an update from Superhero Hype that they have added to a denial of the story, and they're saying that Storm has some cool stuff to do in the film. So let's just take it step by step. How would you feel if they did cut Halle Berry's scenes?
Actress-wise, she's not the perfect choice, but character, it would be a shame because Storm is such an integral part of the X-Men. She's been a leader, second to Cyclops, so she's very important.
And at comics right now, she is a leader of one of the all new X-Men.
Yes.
So, yeah, I know we talked about this like on the other episode, but I never was a fan of the Halle Berry casting from the get. Then again, most people weren't happy about the Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
But there's something about Halle Berry portraying that character where in the second one she didn't really care.
Yeah.
So that kind of confused me, and I just didn't feel like she was giving it her all. Even though Storm, the character, is probably like the coolest thing you could show. Like we were talking off the air, that's like the coolest thing I would want to see.
Exactly.
In an X-Men film.
She controls the weather. How amazing is that?
That's freaking awesome.
So like seeing that on the live action, they really toned down her powers in the first 3 movies. So hopefully in this one, they'll show her go full out because they are basically in war. So
exactly, and I like that. I like that she's in it, but like her pregnancy. God bless her. She's gonna be a new mother again, but oh my goodness, she's just so bad as Storm.
Man. But they did say when they announced her pregnancy that she will cut back. They were gonna cut back anyway, so hopefully maybe it's not just one scene. But if it is just the one scene, hopefully it's an important part of the flick.
But then again, Storm was never a hand-to-hand combatant.
Yeah. She was the cover girl, like, giving them cover and stuff.
All she did was fly in the air and control the elements. And that's the cool thing about her. So I don't know, I guess they're doing a lot of wire work, so they're scared about the pregnancy and everything. But it's good to hear that the update does show that Storm does have some things that's going to be in Days of Future Past.
So there's hope. There's hope.
There is hope, especially, because you have Rogue not going to be in it anymore.
Oh, yeah. Such a shame.
Well, she's going to be in it, but she doesn't have any speaking parts.
Because I heard her part would have been amazing as well to see. Had they shown it in the final cut.
So, you know what? After, I don't know if you've been reading, but the latest X Factor in the Marvel Now series is amazing.
No, I haven't.
Amazing. And I would rather see that first before we see X-Force. Because that would be a little bit more of the detective side, a little bit more of a story-driven movie rather than the powers.
That would be very interesting.
X-Force is a little bit more tactical, so it's going to be basically like the Expendables.
Oh yeah, but with mutant powers, so
definitely.
There's the kick. Cooler. There's the kick.
In more geek news, MTV News reports the official photos of the larger Godzilla figure will be released in conjunction with the film, hitting theaters May 16th. The collection edition will retail for $44.99.
Wow.
And is more than 3 feet.
Really? For a toy?
Yeah.
Damn.
While the movie trailers and photos have, for the most part, been skipped on the full look of Godzilla, this toy is based on director Gareth Edwards' movie rendition and is arguably the best look yet. So I saw the pictures. You sent them to me. You're the one who put them on.
Yeah.
When you sent them to me, I was already buying a bunch of Funko toys. I need this.
I might not buy it, but definitely gonna see the movie.
He is a fat Godzilla, I must say, with a boxy head.
When I first saw it, 2 words came to my mind: thunder thighs. Holy, wow! He's kind of fat.
I don't mind it. I'm like, Godzilla's pretty meaty.
He is the king of monsters, so it makes sense. I like the design. It really does pay homage to the classic Toho Godzilla design, so that's great.
But they did take their liberties because the face, it still looks reptilian kind of, but it doesn't look like a sleek lizard's kind of head. Yeah. It looks like a gigantic, like, monster. Like, this guy has a fat face, a fat belly, short arms, gigantic tail.
Oh, no wonder he's angry. He has short arms.
Oh my god! First of all, I can't even wait for the movie. I'm super excited.
Yeah, we gotta watch that in IMAX. By the way,
IMAX. I hate 3D, but I guess I'll give the 3D a chance.
Come on, man. We got to. We have to. It's only right.
But I do love my reserved seating. If only IMAX did that. But the toy does look great, for $45. I've spent money on it's not Hot Toys quality, but man. it's definitely like better than Diamond Select.
If Hot Toys does make a Godzilla, that's gonna be
ridiculous.
So much money,
$500,
maybe more,
maybe.
And they're probably gonna have like damaged Godzilla, so
different faces.
Yeah, man.
Slim. They have the Slim Fast Godzilla. I'm not even joking. It sounds like we're just making fun of it, but this dude, he is fat.
He's really fat.
This is a fat Godzilla. It's like King Kong fat.
If you guys want to see it, go to Jack Specific or MTV, like we said.
Yeah, they have
the pictures.
And he will be gracing the cover of the Empire magazine, so be on the lookout for that.
Ooh, gotta buy that one.
Definitely. Did you buy any of the covers from the X-Men Days of Future Past?
Too many, so I didn't even try.
I was gonna buy until the Quicksilver one came out. Then I was like,
"Oh my god, don't even."
But there was a fan made Wolverine one that was pretty cool. Where they put
with the mask on. Yeah, I saw that one too. That would be sick.
So over the weekend, I went to watch Need for Speed.
Funny thing, I saw that this morning.
Super excited you did, because now we can talk about it. Coming from DreamWorks, the tagline comes fresh from prison. A street racer who was framed by a wealthy business associate joins a cross-country race in revenge in mind. His ex-partner, learning of the plan, places a massive bounty on his head as the race begins. Directed by Scott Wang. Wow. I'm not pronouncing that right. Sorry, man. And starring Aaron Paul from his Breaking Bad fame. So without revealing any spoilers, what did you think of the movie just overall?
It was a good popcorn flick. Very good popcorn flick.
Did you watch it in 3D?
No, I didn't. I watched it in regular D. So
see, I like the movie. It was great. I think it was maybe great's a little bit too excessive, but for what I saw, it was good.
Yeah, me too. It was better than I thought it would be.
I'm a little partial, so I might be a little bitter, but my experience wasn't as good because the theater that I saw it, unfortunately, it was too dark. I don't know if it was shot dark with the 3D or if the screen itself, the projecting was dark, but there was times when I had to take the 3D off and 3D on. But overall, for the movie, I thought it was pretty original. I definitely think the trailer did not do it justice.
Yes, I agree.
I said on Twitter, if you look, it's like Push.
Mm-hmm.
where the trailer wasn't really that good, but then when you watch it, it was an actually good movie.
Yeah. You know what ruined the trailer? That song. Like
I
that
don't remember.
melodramatic thing
Oh, see,
with the
I didn't
waning
really see
voice.
that
It
one.
was that made it bad. That's
Well, I
why
saw
didn't
the
wanna watch it.
trailer in Super Bowl, so there's like a lot of people talking, so I didn't
Okay.
see it. So as far as the movie's positives, where was the positive? Where did it go right for you?
The action sequences, because they look very practical. I didn't see barely any CGI.
Yeah, it was all practical.
So that was fantastic. New to people my generation, because we're so CGI heavy in
Mm-hmm.
movies now, and the chemistry with the four friends felt very organic, and that's what pulled me in more.
Yeah, definitely. It was like the the real family flick
Yeah.
kind of thing. Family, brothers of arms.
And my man Kid Cudi was funny, man.
He was hilarious, I must say. Kid Cudi. Even though I
Talent.
can't get the director's last name correct, the director was an ex stuntman.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I believe this is his third film. I'm not sure what the first film was, but I know his second film was Act of Valor. I think that was the Navy SEALs movie.
Oh, okay.
So you could see where his stunt man, I guess, inspirations
yeah.
came from. Yeah.
It shined. The action sequence shined.
Positive, Michael Keaton.
Oh yeah, very good narrator.
Michael Keaton was hilarious. And the crazy thing is he didn't interact with anybody.
Yeah.
He
Yes,
basically had a monologue every scene
Mm-hmm.
because he's doing what we're doing. He's a podcast guy, talking about his race and who he's recruiting. I just think he shined. Now, the negatives, I loved Aaron Paul in this.
Yeah, he's good.
I just don't think he could do it again.
Oh, like leading.
I don't think he could lead another movie.
I think he suffered from the script because the way his character was, they played up the brooding aspect of it. Like he
But
was the hurt hero, and he
listen,
had to make redemption.
Batman was already in the movie. Some of his voices was like him finding his inner Batman,
Yeah,
and
he's gonna pay.
exactly. Oh my goodness.
funny,
I was
man.
like, what the hell is this? I was talking to our friend Jay, and I was like, listen, this guy sounds like Batman.
And Michael Keaton.
And Michael Keaton's already in the movie. But overall, the action was great. The
Yeah.
negatives, was it the greatest story?
No.
But
very simple.
exactly. But the thing is, the movie knew what it was.
Mhm.
So it definitely was a great action movie.
Yeah.
For what you're getting. You're not getting the next best Die Hard, but you're definitely getting a cool speed, Fast and Furious kind of vibe.
With actual races.
I love Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
But I think this had the best racing.
Yeah, me
Like
too.
racing, like real car racing scenes I've ever seen in
And
my life.
that chase in Detroit when he was just jumping over the highway and all that. That's one of the best chase scenes I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, and there's that one scene that was really made for 3D. I don't want to give any spoilers, but there's a scene where it's in it's in the trailers.
Yeah.
The car goes up.
Oh yeah, and by the helicopter. Yeah.
That was pretty cool. So, was it worth the money you spent on it?
I caught the matinee, so yes.
I didn't. Not only did I pay the steep prices, I saw 3D.
I saw the regular and to jump back in the regular version, the picture was fine, the colors were all good. So I guess the 3D just made it darker.
I'm gonna have to see it again without the 3D. But it's worth the money. Unfortunately, box office says otherwise. The budget was around like 66. Let's say they did maybe 15 million in marketing, so that's about, let's say, roughly 75, 76 million.
They were going against Mr. Peabody,
And it only opened up 17 million.
so
will there be a Need for Speed 2?
maybe, because if it made its money back, probably, because I see this as a new franchise.
I guess
They could just always recast, because in the games it was a different guy all the time.
games they're 8 deep or 13 deep. I
Yeah.
don't know. They're a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah.
But I don't know how really long you go with the story.
This is definitely a new franchise for DreamWorks, because they just lost Transformers. Oh no, they still have Transformers, right?
I think so. I'm not really sure, but we could double check on that. I bet you our fans will definitely tell us. So I guess, is that it?
For the review, it's not bad. It's not bad, but did you hear about the Fantastic Four reboot with Josh Trank?
I heard that they casted, and then they didn't cast, and then they had a director, and now they don't have a director.
All I can say is, Marvel fans, there is hope that it's coming home. The first family is coming home.
See, there was a point when I felt that was going to be a good thing, but then I don't know. Now I feel like it sucks because we're in the age where every single movie is getting better and better. Mm-hmm. Not only with Marvel, but Days of Future Past. I mean, this is coming out. Yeah, it is. Yeah. That's coming out. Amazing Spider-Man 2 is coming out. That's looking pretty good. With the if let's say this doesn't happen and then the rights revert back to Marvel, I think this is going to be another tough character to introduce to the world. That's why I feel like when we were talking about like Guardians of the Galaxy being by itself, like if Marvel does get these rights back, which I don't think is going to happen because I think they're going to just pull some shitty shit and excuse my cursing, and just produce a movie that's not going to be good just to retain the rights, which I don't think is right for us fans.
They did it with Superman Returns.
It is what it is. So, that's the thing. I think Warner Brothers could benefit with giving away some of their properties.
But to jump back on the Fantastic Four thing, if Marvel would get it back, I wouldn't do a live action movie. I would just do a Netflix live action TV show. For the first,
then again, the first family comic books haven't really been that good.
So they only have two really good villains, which is Galactus and Doctor Doom. In my opinion,
but then again, Doctor Doom is a very good villain.
Yeah, so he could. Well, he was a villain for the Marvel Universe. So
the best rights I would say for them to get back to Fantastic Four rights would be to use they'll be able to fully use Namor. They'll be able to fully use the Kree and all the galactic. I guess maybe not the Shi'ar Empire. Probably that's still tied X-Men. Into X-Men,
but definitely the Skrulls.
Definitely the Skrulls
and the Inhumans. Well, but do they already have Inhumans?
They already own Inhumans.
Okay, so
they're saying that universe is different. But that's a complete tangent from what we wanted to talk about. But what we wanted to talk about was Josh Trank being kicked off or leaving the Fantastic Four reboot. And now there's rumors circulating that Johnny Storm is no longer Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
So I'm not sure what's happening.
Me neither. But I think that...
They're a year away.
I know, but
releasing.
I think Josh Trank has had trouble putting out his vision, and the studio just keep telling him we got to do it like this, because everyone's universe building now, so they're probably more concerned with that, but he's just concerned with those core four and whoever they're gonna face in the movie.
See, I wish I got my facts straight, but they have Kevin Feige type of person, I believe, who's trying to put together the universes between Fantastic Four and X-Men. But then again, now we're not even sure if the Fantastic Four is even gonna, even be in it now. Which sucks because I was really, listen, was I happy with the casting and the story? Hell no. But I'm always gonna give it a chance.
I didn't mind the casting. I thought it.
Well, the Fantastic Four babies. That's a little bit too much.
No. I liked it because those four actors were good enough as young actors from the movies I've seen them in.
Well, the main two is probably like Miles Teller, and Michael B. Jordan, O'Mara. I'm not really sure. Her sister's okay, and the other guy I can't forget. The Thing is supposed to be the everyday blue collar man, and they got this CW good looking kid. It's hard for me to really have sympathy for him. But you know what? This is not even in the books. But let's talk about this because we have a little bit more time. Let's talk about Mark Webb stating that he is a trilogy guy and he's not doing a fourth, even though it's booked a fourth.
I like it.
Makes sense for me.
I like it because he just wants to tell his story, and he's willing to give it up to anybody who else wants to continue it, which is what they do in the comics all the time with different artists coming in and different writers.
Exactly.
So I think that's what Marvel's doing with the different directors, because like each arc is its own
Exactly.
author.
Yeah.
So
And it's cool too because even with Captain America, you know, Josh Whedon did a scene. Tim Gunn did a scene with Thor. You know, there's a lot of great like camaraderie with like the Marvel group, and that's shown and proven. You know, everything else we can't talk about. We haven't seen a DC property other than the Chris Nolan. You know,
and which was very standalone.
And I believe that he is not part of any form with Warner Brothers anymore.
Ooh,
after the departure of Legendary Films.
Okay.
So I'm not sure. Maybe he might be there, but I don't think he's going to be consulting anybody or anything like that.
So he's not going to produce Man of Steel 2?
Well, the thing
whatever
is,
they're calling it,
you know,
now.
they could throw his name in there. He'll just get a paycheck, but that doesn't
true.
necessarily mean that he gets it. You know, whatever. We're having some fun. Let's talk about. Let's see. I'm just going to pull a topic up my butt.
Hey.
Let's talk about Mr. Sebastian Shaw getting a 9-picture deal.
Oh yeah, but that's for everybody.
Yeah, exactly. They basically. I just want to discuss it because people think, 9-picture deal that means he's going to actually be in 9 pictures.
Actually, the fine print actually says potential 9 films.
But the reason they did the 9-picture deal is because of Mr. Robert Downey Jr.
Exactly.
No reneging. They can't renege on their initial price anymore. But I did have so much hope of seeing the death of Captain America. That would be so much, like, it'll be cool because it'll be so out the box, killing, one of the Trinity, the Marvel Trinity, at least the Avengers Trinity.
Well, Chris Evans did say he would stop after Avengers 3. So he could die in there.
Which would make sense because he's the only one who probably would die.
Segue in Bucky, who,
exactly.
Spoiler alert. He becomes Captain America in the comics.
This has been in the comic's been out for over 20 years. If you haven't read it, that's your fault.
Sorry.
So yes, Bucky is the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Jesus. It's on IMDb.
And it's the same actor from the first movie, so
exactly.
Duh.
And he's got pretty jacked up too.
Yeah.
To play the Winter Soldier.
Yes, he did.
So that's cool. So I think, we talked about what we had to talk about, and then some. So that kills the clock on what we have to say. My name is Micki Angeles. You can find me on Twitter, on Instagram at MixCertified.
And this is Fred Neones, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at _Fred_N.
And for news and updates, check us out on our website, simplyputtalk.com. And also in all forms of social media with @simplyputtalk. Till next time.
This is This is Fred. Peace, one love.
See ya.